What is your full name?
I'm Maksud Valabar, and I'm living in Uzbekistan from the outskirts of my city.
I'm going to ask you some questions about pets. What's your favorite animal?
Well, my favorite animal is a cat. I have been very big fan of cats from my childhood, and I have always used to keep cats in my house as a pet.
Have you ever had a pet before?
Yes, definitely. I used to have a cat since my childhood in my house, and she always been pretty, and she helps me to get rid of my stress. And when I came back home from my walk, I always make calm by the help of my cat.
What animal would you like to keep as a pet?
Well, these days I'm going to plan keeping fish in my house in two purposes: as a decoration in my house, and also to calm down and get my stresses after my studies.
What's the most popular animal in Uzbekistan?
Well, our country is mostly specialized for agriculture, and people in my country are keen on keeping cows in their houses. And it's used for mainly dairy products, and also our citizens use it to eat meat in their daily life.
Let's speak about weather. What is the weather like in your country each season?
Well, the climate of my country is characterized by dry and hot in summers, and it's so hard people to live in that conditions. But in the winter, it's also severe condition.
What type of weather do you like best?
The wet and the hot weather is my cup of tea, and I feel very comfortable when it's all year round in my city.
Does it rain a lot in your hometown?
Unfortunately, no. My country is considered as a dry country, so raining conditions is seen very rarely, and we always look forward to see rain in our hometown. But in spring and late autumn, we can witness rain, a little rain in my city.
Let's move to part 2. In this part, you will be given a topic to talk about. You have 1 minute to prepare to talk about the topic. After that, you should talk 1 or 2 minutes about the topic. Describe a time when you lost something and then got it back. You should say what it was, where you lost it, how you found it, how you felt after finding it.
Well, from my personality, I'm a very alert person, and I'm always try to do things in time, and try to not to lose my things when I'm needed. And I always check my possessions when I'm going out. But the last time when I lost my important thing, it was happened in my mother's birthday, and I was very shocked because it was very expensive, that costly necklace that I was aimed to give this to my mother. And when I got in a taxi, I put it on my side in order to arrange my other things. But when I got out of the taxi, I didn't realize that I forget this necklace there. After getting in the restaurant and having a chat with others, I realized that I missed it on a taxi. And immediately I hurried to phone the manager of the taxi office, and they immediately searched my necklace in order to help me. And they were very helpful and very polite to find my possession. And after half an hour, I got my necklace in the right time. And when I lost my possession, I felt so irritated because of my unconscious character, unconscious attitude to this thing. And after finding it, I was very relaxed because I could make my mother happy by giving this gift to her.
I'm going to ask you a few questions about losing things. Why do some people worry more than others when they lose things?
Well, it mainly depends on the characteristics of people, because most of the people tend to be very irritating when they lose something, but there are people who are so calm that they are never worried about the things that they have lost, and it also depends on the value of their possessions.
How can we avoid losing things?
By being conscious to our possessions and by checking them in every minute, or by checking them when off before going out somewhere. These kind of methods can be handy for people who are always forget or miss some things in their daily life.
What things do people often lose?
Well, tiny possessions that we carry in everyday life and we are used to get in our sights is often considered as most lost things, and people always think that they are in their sight, but actually it doesn't.
Now, I'd like to give some more questions, the solutions of losing things. If you lost a phone, how would you find it?
Thanks to our developed technology, now it's so easy to find our lost things, especially gadgets, in our daily life. First thing I will do is to phone my telephone number and easily get connected with the person that it has. Or in other cases, if I'm not do this, I will immediately call the police officer in order to get them back.
How can parents teach children to be organized?
Well, being organized is very important, especially for children, because in early times they must be taught to be more organized. And parents should be so strict when they forget something in their life, and they must ask strictly and or can order some tidying up in their houses.
Is it important for children to be organized?
Well, being organized for children is very essential in their life, because to be more arranged person affects their future life also. And children must be taught from their early life by doing little tiny organizing tasks. And parents must be so alert for these things, especially when they are so little.